This is the future.
Hello everyone and welcome again to another Warframe video. Before we start, I would like to ask you a question. Did you ever experience playing in Warframe wherein the game just told you to stop because you are obliterating enemies easily? Then Warframe suddenly freezes to stop all the madness, wasting all those long hours of fun playing your insane setup and all the loot that you gathered in the mission. Well, I just experienced that earlier with Styanax, but I was lucky that it unfreezes after waiting for a couple minutes and I did get all the loot I have farmed in Steel Path Conjunction Survival. Well, my Styanax build was insane, but it's not the real culprit in here. I have several freeze issues when I turn on the experimental feature of Warframe to put the graphics in high definition. I did this so I can increase the quality of my video to 1440p in YouTube, so it would look crisp and more appealing to the audience. However, if you are not a content creator and just want to play the game, then I suggest that you don't turn the feature on, as you will get very susceptible to frame drops, lags, freeze issues, and crashes sometimes. Now that we are done with that, let's get into that guide that gives you all the important details on how to make Styanax crazy powerful in Warframe, beginning with how to use all his abilities properly. To begin with, let's discuss about his passive. Styanax's weapon critical chance bonus increases by 1% per 40 shield points based on his current total including overshields. Passive bonus is doubled on speargun primary weapons such as Styanax's signature. The critical chance bonus percentage changes in real time to reflect Styanax's shield pool, and it stacks additively with mods. While Styanax has a speargun equipped, the hoplite buff will display the increased critical value even when holding another weapon. While the critical chance buff is solid, especially that the Warframe has a way to stack up shield fast, but this passive still gets overshadowed by the fact that Styanax can kill enemies using just his abilities. If the critical somehow works for allies, then it would be a good damage support. Nonetheless, it's really not a big loss for Styanax, but it's just sad to see that most of the passives in Warframe are useless right now. Moving on, we got his first ability called Axios Javelin. This ability works as a grouping feature for the Warframe, as once you impale a target, all the nearby enemies will get pulled in that place. However, this is not used by Warframe players, and most of the time this is the spot for any subsume abilities that makes the Warframe better. In the past, you can replace the Axios Javelin with Nourish to further increase the energy regeneration of Styanax with his third ability, and then you can combo it with the Combat Discipline and Arcane Avenger trick to increase the damage potential of your fourth ability. The flat critical chance bonus of Arcane Avenger works in the past, and Nourish Viral Procs does activate with Combat Discipline back then. This means that aside from the critical chance that you get from Arcane Avenger, you will also have the viral procs that gives bonus damage to health. This makes Styanax's fourth ability deals massive damage, but sadly, Digital Extremes decided to nerf the synergy, as it's one of those things that are not intended in the game. Despite the nerf, the first ability is still the best spot for subsume builds, and right now, you can get more damage from viral procs and damage buffs for your fourth ability while subsuming the roar ability into your Styanax. Rhino's roar ability helps increase the slash damage of your fourth ability, which gives you insane bleed damage. In addition, viral procs is easy to get right now with the Immortal companions that we have. You can use a Nautilus with the Cordon mod, paired with the Hellstrom that has viral status on it to proc viral into enemies easily. However, this method is not applicable in Duviri missions though, as companions are not allowed in the Duviri circuit nor the Duviri experience. While there's no viral proc, Styanax remains as a great Warframe because of all the insane decrees that will make this Warframe's damage insanely powerful. Just by using his fourth ability, you will kill not just high-level enemies in the mission, but expect that you can also solo the Oro Worm boss, killing it just by using his fourth ability. In the Star Chart mission though, you can abuse the viral proc from your companion, plus you can spam your fourth ability by using the Equilibrium combo and Synth Deconstruct to convert all those health orbs to energy. Then, you pair it with Zenuric Focus for more energy restoration. With this setup, you will replace the energy regen from Nourish, and you can increase the overall damage of Styanax by subsuming Roar into the Warframe. Why can't you use Nourish right now though? Well, I did not say that you can't use Nourish right now, but it's not that effective anymore since you only be getting the fast energy regeneration benefit from the ability and not the viral procs. The Zenuric Focus paired with the Equilibrium and Synth Deconstruct will be enough to allow you to spam your fourth ability. While in Duviri missions, there's a decree that grants you fast energy regeneration while your health is full, and this is easy to maintain with Styanax as the Warframe is great when it comes to survivability right now. Mind you, his third ability Rally Point doesn't just give you an insane energy regeneration, but it also provides shields not just for the Warframe but for his allies. But before even the enemies get to deplete his shield or even arrive at the shield gating mechanic, enemies must deplete the insane amount of overguard that this Warframe has when using the Intrepid Stand augment for his ability. The augment provides overguard to Styanax per hit, and with the energy regeneration that we have for this Warframe, we can simply spam his 4th ability to kill enemies and also gain overguard for survivability. That is why I call this Warframe as another press 4 to win Warframe in the game, as all you need to do is activate Rally Point and then just go unga bunga with his final stand ability. The best part is overguard doesn't just serve as an extra layer of health to Styanax, but it grants immunity to status procs like knockdown, and even Eximus abilities like life or energy leech won't affect Styanax when he has overguard. But the good news doesn't stop there, as not only that Styanax can provide shield to his allies with Rally Point, but he can also share the overguard mechanic to his allies within affinity range if you are using the Intrepid Stand augment. While you're playing Styanax, you don't just kill enemies fast, but you also help your allies survive in the mission. Lastly, when you are facing bullet sponge enemies, then don't worry, as Styanax has a defense strip ability called Thorough Strike that only needs 200% power strength to fully strip the armor and shield of an enemy. With one cast, you can remove the defenses of enemies, making them more susceptible to the damage of your 4th ability. This is best paired with the grouping mechanic of Nautilus, and you can just sit in one place while Nautilus group enemies, and then you strip their defenses and kill them with your 4th ability. Before you go, I would like to add more quality of life improvement for the Styanax setup that will help you have more fun with the Warframe. First is that final stand's mobility can be increased with sprint speed mod. You can add sprint speed mod in your Exilis slot, and you can also do that using the Amalgam Serration in your primary weapon. Also, there's the melee Incarnate weapon called the Praetos that also has sprint speed bonus its evolution. However, it's really not necessary to have all these sprint speed mods in Duviri missions, as there's a decree that makes your movement crazy while using the final stand ability, and also you can't pick your own loadout while playing Duviri, so there's no way you can put all of these things in the mission. In star chart levels, however, the sprint speed bonus will be great for your press 4 to win build for Styanax. Lastly, do take note that final stand's javelins benefit from generic increases to weapon-based damage, such as from Arcane Arachne, Holster Amp, and Vigorous Swap, but not from weapon class specific increases like Steel Charge or Rifle Amp. If you have Arcane Arachne, then that is one of the best in slot arcanes for Styanax, aside from Molt Augmented for increasing your power strength. By the way, press 4 to win build for Styanax is a versatile build, and you can take this to team defense, exterminate, capture, survival, or any other missions that don't require you to do stealth. For defense mission, however, it would be wise to go with a team, especially in Steel Path and beyond, because your primary role as Styanax will be a damage dealer and support for the team. You will still need someone to defend the target from enemy fire while you're killing all those enemies. So that's all about the information you need to have fun with Styanax. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again in my next video. Squad Leader signing off.
This is the future. Evolution. This is the future.